Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is August 23rd, 2026, and we are looking at Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 18. We're actually going to look at the verses around it as well, but I want to point something out. Proverbs 23, verse 18. For then you will have a future, and your hope will never fade. Woohoo! Let's party. I'll have a future, and my hope will never fade. You know, so often when I'm reading Scripture, that's where my focus lands. On the promise of something great. Something better than what I've got now. But always, and I mean always, when you see a verse like verse 18, Proverbs 23:18, for then you will have a future and your hope will never fade. Always there is an expectation of you before that. You know, for a long time I was frustrated with God because He put those things in there because that's where I put my focus. And I couldn't stay focused on the expectation that would get me there. All I would do is focus on, God, you promised, just like I did with my dad and my mom, when I would ask, can we go do X, Y, or Z? And they'd say, we'll see, or even yes. And then something would come up. Most of the time, something I did that caused it so I couldn't go. I was being punished, and so they took that away from me. And at the time, didn't realize I was punishing them more than I was punishing myself. But I paid attention to the promise, and then got mad because the promise wasn't fulfilled, even though the promise had an expectation that came ahead of it. You see, for you will have a future and your hope will never fade, comes from verse 15 through 17. My son, if your heart is wise, my heart will indeed rejoice. My innermost being will cheer when your lips say what is right. Don't let your heart envy sinners. Instead, always fear Yahweh. For then you will have a future, and your hope will never fade. It's too easy to look at, I get to have a future, and my hope will never fade, and let go of, if your heart is wise. When your lips say what's right. Not envying sinners, always fearing Yahweh. Those are the expectations that provide the future and a hope that doesn't fade. Today, we have an opportunity to do the next right thing. Because it's the next right thing, not because of the outcome. Everywhere in Scripture, we're told that God expects us to do what is right without an expectation of the future. And when we do that, He promises to take care of us. Too often we get hung up and we forget that. Today, as you go out about your day, take the time to do the next right thing. When you're at church and you're getting ready to leave, check to see if the garbage needs to be taken out. The coffee grounds need to be dumped. The floor needs to be vacuumed. The toilet needs to be cleaned. Those are things that you know need to be done, but Are you doing the next right thing, or are you worried about getting to the restaurant on time? That's just one example, guys, but you can do that at work. You can do that at the grocery store. You know, I don't know how many, my wife has a handicap placard. She doesn't walk well, and so we park in the handicap spot. And I don't know how many times I have to move carts so that people can park in those handicap spots. Or I have to grab the amigos that are sitting there outside and there's none inside, and bring them in. And by the way, that means I have to ride them, because you can't just push an amigo, right? You could do that too. If everybody that was walking by those handicap spots helped by moving one of those carts, it'd make a huge difference. I know they have people that get paid for that. They do. But wouldn't you feel better about pulling in and having somebody standing right there in need and being able to offer it to them? Those are things that we need to look for. It's not in what we get out of it. It's about what is expected of us by our Creator. Go out, make Him proud today. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.